So the mission of the impact competition is long-term, we're really trying to turn these young students into future volunteers, future donors, future philanthropists, and just really socially minded individuals in their community. So this was my idea to help inspire others to recognize that and take their own action, whatever that might be. My long-term hope for the impact competition is that the future generation of students, they all learn that even if some of these problems seem really complex, if you take it and tackle it in a very local way, you really can impact these issues. And it's not about solving climate change, but how can you clean up the local lake? And it's not about solving gun control, but how can you make your community safer? And these students are learning that they can take action, and we're ideally inspiring them for a life of giving back.
The Ron Rubin School of the Entrepreneur immediately wanted to partner with the Impact Competition after we had a chance to see the mission in action, that mission being of compounding positive change in communities. The students have impressed me most with their process. Their process being one of empathizing with the community and with the Blessings in a Backpack mission. They have spent so much time trying to learn and understand the context before they rushed in to provide solutions. And so because of the time that they took to learn about experts, going to packing opportunities, reading the case materials, that provided them an opportunity to better design solutions that would matter and have an impact on Blessings in a Backpack in Culver especially.
The mission and the vision of the impact competition has been a wonderful opportunity for these students to actually engage in local issues that they can have a significant impact.
To realize that there are people, right, who live literally down the road who don't know if they're going to have something to eat for dinner, right? So to be honest, that at first was an experience of quite a lot of upset. I hadn't realized that over 50% of the kids who live in our community don't know if they're going to have any food over the weekend, right? And the amount of impact that would have on their families, on their parents, on their lives in a wider sense. So I'd say first of all, that sort of felt really sad, but then sort of having that knowledge that you have the tools to actually change that, and you don't have to just sit and be sad that there are bad things happening in the world, that you have the tools to create that change, you have the access and connection to create that change. I'd say the feeling from that was very empowering. You don't have to be Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates to come up with a good idea.
I enjoy being able to see my ideas maybe even go actually happen and be implemented, and they're ideas that could actually help real people, and instead you're not just making up random ideas and maybe they could help something if you decide to implement them, but you have the money and the funds to actually implement them.
This is something I've always wanted to do my whole life, and this is a perfect opportunity to do it. And it's also something that I wish I would have done now that I've done this, and now I'm looking back at it, back in my hometown. And I have that experience of knowledge and understanding of how to give back to the kids in my hometown. So now I can kind of bring my knowledge forward and kind of affect the generations here at Culver and back in my hometown.
Awesome opportunity. These kids are so intelligent, have great ideas, the innovation, dedication, just leadership. So I think it's going to be an awesome way to get information out to our community even more and even further than the community. They'll help with our donor base, they'll help with advertising, they'll help with marketing. The students were just awesome to work with. In my book, they're all winners. It was hard to pick a winner, and we actually picked two.
I think what's so unique about our program is that students get to take everything they learn in the classroom and get real-world exposure to these social issues. And it no longer becomes some theoretical exercise where there's all these other case competitions, but it's all theoretical and they never really bump into, is this practical in the real world?